Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I'm Jason, your host. We're just testing out a few things. I wanted to talk about some challenges that I've faced with the laptop. It's never perfect, but then again we're PC users and we understand tweaking. Because it's an eGPU, an external GPU, the positive side to that is that this system hardly ever overheats. It hasn't got a GPU in to overheat, so if you're offloading all the grunt work to an external GPU in its own case next to it, you're not going to get that kind of issue. But what you might run into is, depending on how your system is set up, and depending on how many things you connect to it via USBs, you only have a limited amount of USB bandwidth. Now, if that USB bandwidth is getting a roadblock because for some reason you decided to download a terabyte worth of games at the same time as trying to stream, you're going to go issues like today. I tried to do a couple of streams today, but every time it was codec overloads and issues and jittery. And even if I tried to play games without streaming, I went on Star Trek Online, which is an old game, and I was getting 12 FPS. And on Vampire Hunters, which is a game that doesn't use a lot of AAA special effects or anything in it, I was getting 23 FPS. Why was this bad? Because today I was testing out a different graphics card. I've gained access to a different graphics card. It's a 7900 XT, the 20 gigabyte AMD. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful card. It just fits in. It's like the sweet spot in the eGPU. It just about fits inside there, and it looks pretty good. But was I having problems with it? I thought, oh God, I've switched to AMD, and you'd think an AMD graphics card with an AMD main system would work perfectly and it'd be brilliant. But I don't think it's anything to do with that. It's to do with the fact that I've gotten the dock that I've got installed on one of the USB 4 ports. I've got two external drives on it, two external SSDs. So I've got the system up to 12 terabyte at the moment, 4 terabyte internal and 8 terabyte external. And I think I need to make sure that I don't download while actually gaming. On a normal system, you can. You have a lot more ports, a lot more bandwidth, you have a lot more PCI Express lanes to deal with stuff. Things don't interfere with other things as much. But this, yeah, it's a brilliant system and it can do everything I want. I just need to make sure that I don't press certain buttons and do any downloads. So yeah, that's the main issue I've found up to now. You will actually always lose some power using an eGPU because USB 4 or USB 3 is never going to be as good as if you had a PCI Express slot. But the thing is, 80% of the power of a 7900 XT is still freaking amazing. For example, I went on to Star Trek Online to do a few tweaks and tests after I had figured out that was the downloading, and it went from 12 FPS to 126 FPS. So yeah, I think we figured that problem out. I'm going to do a stream in a minute and make sure things. AMD drivers don't seem to like my old camera, the one I use for the dog cam, so I've got to look into that and see whether that's causing an interesting situation. But apart from that, things are going well. So So bye-bye for now.